Hey guys, Scarlet Darkwood here. Hope everyone's had a great week. I'm so excited. I finished a book. I finished the duology for the Witch Spinner series. P. Matter and I wrote 2 books. Hour of the Witch Spinners, Book 1, and Legacy of the Lightbringers, Book 2. And you're going to wonder, okay, big deal, so what? Guys and ladies, these books are about magic. They're about witches. They're about magic. They have all kinds of fun adventures, some things truly horrifying, some things really exciting, and some things very sultry. But anyway, that being said, I wanted to share it with you. I am an author. I do write books. So why did I want to write a book about witches? Well, I'd never written any before. And P. Mattern and I came together and decided we wanted to write about witches. We both like the occult. We both like metaphysics. We're both into divination. And we enjoy that stuff. And she's been writing a while, I've been writing a while. We thought we'd come together and write. Well, we thought it was going to be 1 book, and then we thought maybe it'll be 3 books, and we thought, nah, let's just keep this a 2-book deal. Will we write more to this series? I do not know. Anyway, Book 1 and Book 2. Book 1's a cliffhanger, Book 2 wraps it up, so I'm just giving you a heads up. These are great books. I have a friend who stepson passed away not long ago, and she was just really in a funk, and she read the book, the first one, and she read the second one, and she said, let me tell you something. She says, nothing has held my attention at all except your books. And she said they were very well written, they were exciting. Kudos about the books. They're fantastic. And those books are about witches. They're on a journey, they're on a quest to find a stolen relic from a ancestor. And they have to go through a series of adventures to piece together the information. The history is murky and they don't know all about it. So they have to go through divination, they have to go through scrying, they have to go through visualization. There's sigil magic, there's ritual, there's calling on all kinds of entities, and it's just one adventure after another. So I wanted to bring this up because it does have to do with magic. Now, it also brings me up to another point that we read fiction and we see movies and we read Harry Potter and we think magic's supposed to work like that. You know, you wave your wand and da-ding, something happens. No, it doesn't. That doesn't work like that. Or we do a ritual and poof, it manifests. Doesn't work like that. So the characters in my book are what I like to lovingly call cinematic witches. That true, there is very Harry Potter-ish stuff in there. These books are for adults, by the way. Do not let your children read these, okay? This is for adults. And so it tends to confuse people. You know, even when we like to practice ritual and ceremony and sigil magic and using wands, you're not going to get a poof like you do in the movies. But the tools are there to amplify things, to really set our intent. And in these books, P. Mattern and I really tried to bring in those elements of occult practice. Not only to ground it in some sort of realism, but to, you know, obviously give it more adventure, show the magic, and make it a fun read. But it's always like I tell people, when you do a spell or ritual or you do a petition, we're not cinematic people. You know, things aren't going to manifest or happen in real life like they do in the books or in the movies. But you know, that's what fiction is for. That's why we enjoy it. That's why we like to just sit back and kind of, you know, laugh and say, oh, you know, gee, wouldn't that be nice if that happened in real life? It doesn't. But to write these books, I joined the Witches Box subscription so I could kind of understand more about what occult practice was, because I'm Rosicrucian by history, and Rosicrucianism, though there's a lot of overlap between pagan practice or occult practice or witchcraft and Rosicrucian teachings, Rosicrucians do not teach witchcraft. They don't teach rituals the way that witches or other practitioners of the craft may do things. It's like I said in one video, sure, they teach attuning to planets, they do not teach you planetary magic. So therein lies some of the difference there. But I joined that subscription, and I'll put a link to their YouTube channel, because Elena Rago, the owner of the Witch's Box, is like one fabulous teacher. I love her. We all love Elena. She's very seasoned, and she approaches things from a very practical point of view. And you know, I used a lot of what I learned from her and a lot of the elements that I got in the Witch's Box to write the Spinners books. And, you know, P. Mattern brings her own creativity and savvy and her experience to the book too. Together we really wrote a great set of books. And if you want to look at some of the magic in those books and how they're grounded in occult practice and how there's, you know, some truth to the way those characters executed their spells, I learned a lot of that from the Witch's Box subscription. That's why I joined it, was so I could learn more about it. And in the process, I discovered a lot of neat things that I had never learned before. And some of the prejudices I had before, I lost it. I don't have those anymore. I have a greater understanding of things. And again, I use the Rosicrucian teachings to learn metaphysical principles, and then, you know, I may use some elements of the Witch's Box and some of those occult practices to enhance what I do, to fully understand better how I want to manifest things. It may not go in line with the Rosicrucian teachings, but I feel like I have a better understanding. And I wanted to capture some of those elements in the two books, those two Spinners books. I hope you check those books out. I'm going to have them on audiobook at some point. They are available in ebook. I'm in the process, although the paperback is also available. So I hope you check it out. If any of you read them and you want to leave some good reviews, I would appreciate it. If you don't like them, sorry. I think most of you are going to like them. I've gotten really positive results with it, and I just wanted to share the release, and I wanted to share with you why I wrote them, how I wrote them, and how P. Mattern wrote them. And we hope that we've created something that everyone can enjoy, escape from reality a little bit while still having just a little bit of thread of reality, but mainly just to be cast away and carried away into something fun and exciting. Hope everyone has a good week, and if you read the books, happy reading.